Hello, my name is Marshall Yulee, and for the past 5 years, I worked in higher education. During those 5 years at UTSA, University here in San Antonio, I had students walk into my office day in, day out, sit across from me and tell me, Mr. Marshall, I don't know what I'm good at, I don't know what my skills are, and I definitely don't know what career to go into. I started to see this was a real problem. Over these 5 years, I saw this was an epidemic. So I started to look and see if there was a resource that offered something to help with this. Now, I used LinkedIn, I used Indeed every day with these students, but there was nothing on these websites that helped them identify their skills, much less take those skills and identify career matches based off those skills. Thus, CareerMatch was born. Now imagine LinkedIn and Tinder had a love child. Boom! That's what it was about. So, the way it works, CareerMatch, you log in, it's an app. We already have the prototype app, but you log in anytime, anywhere you are. And you can log in using your Facebook or your LinkedIn, so you don't have to go through all that trouble. And it actually customizes better with all the data that it pulls from that. And once you've logged in, you're gonna start building your skills disc. So what is a skills disc? Basically, we're gonna ask you questions, and you're gonna swipe left or right, agree or disagree, much like Tinder, and let us know, yeah, I like that, I don't like that. And what you're doing is you're building your skills disc. Basically, you're building your top skills. The more you swipe, the more valid your results. So it's encouraged to use it often and more often, because the more valid your results, the more you swipe. So you're going through here, and if you'll see here, we have an ad that I'll get to later. Much like Pandora, right? You're listening to those songs, and it's like, oh, you can upgrade to premium, but no more ads. That's kind of what this is. And so eventually you're gonna get here. Your top skill is communication, whatever it is, and other top skills subsequently underneath that. Once you've identified your top skills, now you can click on New Career Matches. So you've actually built your skills disc, and now from there you can go into your career matches and see what match the skills you just built. So you can log in anytime, anywhere, and do this all the time. New questions every time. And just to validate this, I went back to the university that I worked at because I left it to pursue this stream for 5 years. I went back there just yesterday, sat down with 8 students for about 30 minutes each, and told them about this app. And I said, would you use it? Yes. Would you pay to use it? Yes. Just to validate that. So that kind of leads to how do we make money, right? So obviously, we have 2 stakeholders. We got the students, the users. Much like Pandora, Netflix, $9.99, that's reasonable for those guys. No ads, online support. You have career advocates. These guys can get you in touch with those employers that LinkedIn can't. They can get you in touch. So you're not on LinkedIn trying to reach out to somebody through, and they never respond. And then our main revenue stream is going to be those employers, because we've just generated a talent pool that these guys want. I've had a recruiter tell me for years when I worked at UTSA, even one I reached out to yesterday, who said, yeah, we want something that's easier, faster, simpler, and more cost efficient. Boom, this is it. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the team that took a vision and a dream that I basically left everything to pursue for the past couple months. And they took that vision, they made it real. They're up here, and I'll introduce them in a second. And with your help, judges, we can take this app and start impacting lives globally. Finally, I give you CareerMatch.co. This website is live right now. You can log in later, check it out, see more about our business model, see more about how it works, and download that prototype app that I talked about, because it's on there right now, and you yourself can start discovering your top skills and your top career matches. Thank you.
So I briefly saw it at your pricing model. Can you tell me a little bit about your pricing model?
Sure, so we built about 5 revenue streams, but we noticed that about 80 to 90% of that revenue stream was going to come from employers just because of the lead generation that we have. We saw the range, it's going to be filtered, the cost of the lead is going to be filtered based on what the criteria is. So if you're just looking for a server, the usual cost is about $14 a lead, and then if it's a doctor, you're starting to get into like the $37 range. So the price is going to be based on what your demand is, and we'll be able to do that based on the keywords and the skills that we find from the career seekers.
Now, if I'm a user, let's say I'm a student, how much am I paying?
The service is free. up until you don't want to use the ads, but if you choose to remove the ads, you're going to be paying $9.99, and again, this is just an additional revenue stream. But with this, you also get the premium services that come with it. You get checklists. Can you name a couple more?
Yeah, you also have access to 24/7 support. So anytime you log in, anytime of the day, you'll have access to a career counselor that you're talking to through the app. You have questions about. Because the big issue I saw was people trying to get to career counselor, to get to people who can help them with these things. And it was always the running around and go here, go there. This is right there with you anytime you want. The other is a career advocate. This career advocate is someone who can basically mediate between you and that company you've been spending months, maybe even years trying to break through just to be seen, just to get a resume seen, whatever it is. That's your career advocate.
Who's your number one competitor, and how do you plan on beating them?
So I would probably say LinkedIn would be the number one competitor. And what I've seen is reaching out to the recruiter yesterday, even working at UTSA for 5 years and gathering that data, was talking to recruiters, talking to students, was that LinkedIn was kind of viewed more as this old school type thing. And so the innovative part of this obviously is the skill identifying and then also matching those skills with those careers, right? But it's also the social component, right? Somebody mentioned that earlier. So I talk to people all the time about dating apps. They're like, I use all this and that, but Tinder, Bumble, they're easy. I just swipe left, swipe right. It's just easy, user-friendly, much easier. LinkedIn, I see people try to use it, even young people, and they have a hard time with it. It's bonky, it's old school, it's dated. And so this basically, like I said, takes LinkedIn and Tinder, which is very just easy, quick, swipe through, swipe left, and it makes it much user-friendly, much easier, much more appealing.
So we reached out to a former recruiter from USAA, and what was the other one?
Yes, so I reached out to a former recruiter from USAA, a former recruiter at USAA, and also Rackspace, two of the big players here in San Antonio. And basically, she said that they had used LinkedIn, but they were all talking about how they had been looking for something that was quicker, more cost efficient, just cheaper, easier to use, more user friendly. Because with LinkedIn, there's still limitations on how far you can actually go to find that pool of talent. So yeah.